Today, I'm going to break down an electronic dance music classic that is Opus by Prydz. This is one of the most magical songs by an artist who I believe is one of the greatest composers electronic music has ever seen. So, let's hop into Ableton Live and break this song down to its core so we can learn from all of its magic layer by layer. The song starts out with its main melody playing at a very slow 30 beats per minute, but this song has two tempos and will eventually speed up to 126 beats per minute. The actual melody is a unique 6-bar melody. Melodies are most commonly 4 bars or 8 bars. To make this melody, I'm going to use the classic EDM pluck. This melody is an arpeggio style melody. That means each note will play 16th notes in a pattern that resembles chords, and it'll be highly repetitive. And because it's an arpeggio style, each bar in length will change a row or two of the notes that it's playing. For bar number 3 of this melody, we're just going to take the top row again. This is already bringing me back to my college days. For bar number 4 of this melody will take this row of notes and bump up there. For bar 5 of this melody, he hits us right in the feels by moving 3 of these note rows. We have one final bar of this melody that creates a nice resolute feeling. Before we take a trip to Nostalgia Town and listen to this beast, I'm going to automate the tempo like he does in the song. This will make the song feel like it's getting faster as it plays. I'm going to make these notes touch. Hear it getting faster? It's my favorite chord. That melody is beautiful. The next layer we have to build is the bass. The bass brings a lot more harmony to this already beautiful melody. So I'm going to take the bottom notes of this melody, make a new 6-bar region, and paste these notes down. The bass sound used in this song is a very simple synth sound. You could remake it with any synth of your choice. Just take a sawtooth wave, drop it into a low octave, and then shape it so it has no sustain, and it's very short. Now this bass line, like the melody, plays 16th notes. In other words, it will trigger 16 equal length notes in between each bar. So I'm going to take these 16th notes and make sure we trigger it 16 times within each bar. And one more thing, these notes do add more harmony to that melody. So bar 2 will hit an E, bar 3 a D, bar 4 a B, and then start climbing back up with a D, E. Now this bass, I think, is accompanied by a sub-bass layer. Or in other words, I couldn't get this bass to sound very subby. So I took a pure sub-bass layer that sounds like this, triggers the exact same pattern. And so in classic Prydz fashion, he doesn't just drop the bass in the song, he makes it come in slowly. Nostalgic, right? Now we can really feel the energy start to climb. But there's more. We now have the bass notes and the main melody notes. I'm going to take all of these notes and put them together. Let's put them all together on one region. And this region we're going to use for the synth pads. Pad he actually uses is really cool. It has that synthwave 80s vibe to it. Anyone can make this pad. It's super simple. Just grab a synth of choice. I'm going to use X for Serum. We're just going to use a sawtooth waveform, but we're going to put it up into a high, screamy octave. So it's similar to that, but there's a little bit of tuning we have to do to it. If you slightly alter the pitch, the fine pitch of any synth, it kind of makes it sound like it's on a record player. I'm going to add another oscillator here that goes up another octave. So now we're covering 2 super high octaves on the piano roll. I'm going to cut it off a bit. And I'm going to do that same pitch thing to this one. Now the drum line in this song is going to use a classic house beat, which is 4 equal-sized kicks per bar, a snare on every other kick, and a hi-hat in between each kick. So we'll get this sound. Doesn't it just make you want to dance? All right, let's work on the drop. So I just took all of the instruments and pushed them over to where the tempo is at full swing. So if we listen to our main melody, how fast it is. It's a big difference from 3 minutes prior in the song. The song's at 30 beats per minute. So for a whole 3 minutes, the song's getting faster. In the drop though, we do need to layer these leads. So I'm going to layer them with a super saw. A super saw adds a lot of chaos and noise. And then one last thing, in typical Eric Prydz fashion, we have to take all of our instrument layers and make them duck. And then when we play it back, it's like a one-stop shop to Nostalgia Town. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see how close I got. Here's the original. We're close. If you would like to learn how to make your own timeless music like this song right here, I can coach you one-on-one and teach you how to do that. Check out my links below, and I will see you in the next video lesson.